It feels great to be a part of the Kingdom Keepers. I've met a lot of amazing and amazingly talented people, from our director, Skylar, Isaac, Julie, Allie, everybody, the list goes on. Our narrator, Austin, a lot of great people. We work really well together, and we are very productive and help each other out a whole bunch, so it's really great.
The Let's Read itself has kept me sane during quarantine. If it wasn't for some of the cast members, I think I would have gone crazy by this point. And we've gotten so close that, honestly, they're closer to me than some of my actual real life school friends. But that's all good. I love each and every one of them for that. And this has got me back into voice acting, so I'm really happy about that. Plus, from a director's standpoint, it's stressful, but it's a fun kind of stressful.
It's pretty cool. If this is a character for if this is a question specifically for me as the actor, it's pretty great. Um, I got to meet a lot of new friends that I hope to meet in real life someday. They're really nice. They're really nice. They are. The director's great. There's James, who voices Finn, which is the best. Me and him got a little something going on, you know. It's pretty great.
It feels incredible. This experience is amazing, and being a part of the books in some way gives me the best feeling because I've always wanted this, and now it's finally happening, so that's great.
How does it feel to be a part of the Kingdom Keepers? Well, it's amazing. The cast is wonderful to work with. The editors and the director themselves are amazing at their work. The videos look really good in my opinion, so I say we're doing an amazing job. We may not have that many people watching our videos, but we work with what we've got, and I couldn't ask for a better cast.
It feels great. It's really fun. All of my fellow cast members are really nice, and I've even gotten close with a few of them. And I'm so glad to have met them and so glad to be a part of this project. It has been one of the best things ever in my life.
Honestly, it makes me really happy. I'm really close with the cast, and it feels like we are family. We are a family, and it makes me really happy that we can be this close together, especially in like a really difficult time, I guess. They feel like my family, and it makes me really happy with how much we talk to each other.
It feels good. I'm glad to be a part of this community.
It's amazing, honestly. Everyone here is such a nice person, and I feel so welcomed. When I first joined, it was just the nicest people I've not ever met, but they're up there. No offense. I love you guys so much.
Being in the Kingdom Keepers is a super cool experience. Everybody here is so just amazing and funny, and it's really neat being in a group with all of these talented people and getting to interact with them and talk to them outside of all of the voice acting and things like that, and just really getting to know them as people. It's just really cool.
Feels pretty cool. I get to meet a whole bunch of new people that I never met before, and I probably wouldn't get a chance to meet otherwise. It just feels cool to be part of like a project in general, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a pretty creative outlet.
Honestly, it's so much fun. I grew up reading the books, and so I've just honestly loved being able to bring them to life in as many ways as possible. So I've been so happy and grateful for this experience.
Honestly, it feels amazing because not only are you in a great cast, it feels like a family, but you're also portraying characters that you've read about since you were really little.
Honestly, it's pretty great. I enjoy working with the cast and laughing all day with them. We have our moments where we're just being dorky and have moments where we're working.
Question number 2 is directed towards me. This person has asked this question multiple times, and I'm just coming out here to say this. Aren't you a little young to be directing a series like this? Yes. Yes, I am. Next question.
what made me get into voice acting was really people like Sky Does Minecraft and their Minecraft role plays. I thought it was really cool how they were able to put the whole production together, and they could act and do a whole bunch of things, but they didn't really have to show themselves a whole lot. They didn't have to constantly be on stage or on a set and do all that stuff. So I thought it was a very relaxed version. It was very fun. So I got into it kind of like that.
I started voice acting in late middle school because of a Miraculous Ladybug fan dub. My voice was so high-pitched that they wanted me to play Tiki, and I thank them for that, because if I hadn't been cast, I would not be voice acting right now. But after that, I did a bunch of Casting Call Club projects that didn't exactly go through, but thankfully this project is continuing, and it's been months, and we're really happy about it.
I don't know. I just like watching a lot of cartoons and like Disney stuff. I just look at the voices and like look at the voices at the end credits and be like, I want to be that guy. I wanted to be the guy who voices SpongeBob or Mr. Krabs. I want to be like them. Also doesn't help that a lot of songs have show tunes, and I like music, so it kind of added up, because I thought if I did voice acting, I could do show tunes. There's no show tunes in a book, but it's a pretty good first gig so far.
Nothing really got me into voice acting. I never considered it until I saw the Let's Read page on Instagram and tried out, just because I thought maybe that it would be fun if I made it, and surprisingly, I got casted. So that's what got me into voice acting. This is my first project for voice acting, so this is what got me into it.
Well, I got into voice acting because of the director. I know them in real life. She came up to me one day and asked, hey, would you like to be a part of this project I'm working on? It's for a series called The Kingdom Keepers. It's a Disney book series. And I'm like, sure. What are you thinking of having me doing? Am I voice acting, or am I helping you with scripts or anything? What do you need me to do? She told me about Charlene Turner, and that would be voice acting for her if I auditioned, and I said, sure, I'll give it a try. Gave me a few lines, I voice acted, and she thought I was pretty good.
I haven't done voice acting before this project, so this project got me interested in auditioning. So I would say this project got me into voice acting.
I got into voice acting when I was 8 years old. I know, surprise. I would make impressions of different cartoon characters from when I was younger. So, I would mimic Dora's voice, I would mimic My Little Pony characters' voices. So my friends would be like, hey, do this, and I'd be like, I'm Pinkie Pie! Which, my voice has dropped since then, I can't do it anymore. But it started out with that, and then when I was around 12 years old, I started getting into different cartoons and anime, and then I started finding voice actor interviews on YouTube. And I would watch a few of them because a lot of them were voice actors that I liked at the time, and I was like, this is an actual job, and I want to do it. I want to do it for fun. I don't care if I get money for it or not. I just want to do it for fun because I feel like it would make me happy. So here I am.
Voice acting? It was actually the FNAF show by Darko. I was watching that earlier during quarantine, and I'm like, hey, I can give this a shot. And so I did, and well, here we are now.
Like I said, since I grew up with movies, mainly horror movies, but, other genres too, I've been inspired. I play video games a lot of horror games, and even when I'm not playing a horror game, I'm just playing a regular game like Overwatch or something, I scream a lot, and they're really good screams, and I feel like I'm capable of doing that, but I'm sure I do need lessons. I need to go to school, a school for that.
I wouldn't say there's really one specific thing that got me into voice acting. I am still so new to it, and it's still a big learning process for me. I've just seen so many cool projects between like movies and TV shows and just random YouTube videos, and the voice acting in them is so amazing, and it's something that I would love to be able to do, and I just think I could make cool things with it, and so I figured I'd get myself a mic and I'd get into voice acting.
Well, this is my first voice acting thing. I had actually been a part of another project that Skylar had done a couple of years ago. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to say what it was. I'm sure if you put a little research into it, it's probably going to be hard to find now. So Skylar trusted me and asked if I wanted to join. First time, I said no. The first time I had said no. And the series went on, and then a couple months later she asked again, and I actually said yeah. So I think it was a pretty good decision that I made.
I've actually never done voice acting before. This is my first time, so thank you, Skylar, for giving me this opportunity. It's just fun, and it's fun to mess around with different voices and see how different things sound. But yeah, this is my first voice acting gig, along with another Kingdom Keepers audiobook that I'm working on with one of my other friends.
The Kingdom Keepers Let's Read director actually introduced me to the Kingdom Keepers by telling me how amazing the cast is and telling me how easy and fun it is to be a part of things like voice acting.
I used to watch a lot of anime, and I still do. But currently here and there, I would watch always comic dubs about anime or anything else. And I'd always be interested in basically being like that. I would sit there and see if I could match the pitch and tone of an anime character and see if I could do that.
In my opinion, Maybeck has the best character arc because in the beginning we see him as the computer guy, but then we learn he's really the artist and he's got like the artist mentality, and then we also learn in the Syndrome that he is a Boy Scout, so he has a lot of technical skills. We also see him go from really super arrogant to kind of more laid back and chill, even though he still does have his moments, but I think he has the best character arc.
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Jessica, just because she starts out as an antag and blossoms into becoming a protagonist. You get to see her grow as a person, especially in the Syndrome. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be biased because I love her so much.
Here's something you may or may not know about me. I've never read the Kingdom Keepers books, so I don't know. This is a matter of fact, this is my first experience with the series, which is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna say Philby because he's my character and I'm biased towards him. Everybody else's opinion is wrong. Goodbye.
I think it's Jess. We see in the first 2 books that she is either possessed or taken, and from the 3rd book on, we have to kind of relearn this character. And we see that she is a great sister, a great friend, she has a great personality, and she is a huge, huge help to the Keepers.
So the most interesting character arc in my opinion, I really can't say. I can't really think of one because I have never read the series before even getting into this project. But anyways, when I first started reading the scripts that we've gotten so far, I started seeing a few things in the character arcs of many different characters. So I really can't say which is the most interesting in my personal opinion. I think they're all amazing.
I would say that Maybeck, in a way, had the most interesting development in the books. Since in the first book he kind of comes off as, oh, I'd rather do things on my own and not participate in a group as much, and then at the end of the series you can see how he's really gained trust and learned to trust his fellow Kingdom Keepers, so I think he had the most interesting character arc.
Definitely Jess, and we all know why. We all know why. If you've read the series, Jess is the girl for me. I don't know. She just gives me a vibe.
For me, it definitely would be Jess's, just because she goes from, you know, being kind of this, like, badass villain to one of the main characters. Anyway, that's all the questions, so bye.
It would be Maybach for me.
I definitely think Amanda, because I've always really loved and adored her for everything that she went through, and she didn't let it ruin her as a person. She just let it make her stronger and give her the power that she needed to get by, and so I really adore that about her. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this small little Q&A. I can't wait for you guys to hear what everybody else's answers are, but those are mine, and I hope you have a great day.
I don't know. I really don't know, honestly. I'm pretty sure all of them has made a improvement over the years. So it's just good to see them grow, you know?
I don't know how she sounds so motherly either. It freaks me out because she feels like my mom even though she's not. And I get scared when she yells because she sounds like my mom. And it's crazy. It's just crazy.
So when I was younger, I have an older brother. He's 6 years older than me. So when I was younger and my brother was starting to get into high school and drive, he would have conversations with my mother, and sometimes they were about his behavior, because boys sometimes, am I right? So I would listen in. They wouldn't know, but I would be listening in. And I would mimic how my mother spoke to him when he started getting rowdy. And all the time he'd be like, "You sound just like Mom. Are you my mom? No." So there was that, and then I've always been the mom friend of my friend groups. You know, I make sure nobody does anything stupid. I always have, like, Band-Aids on me, or, like, anything that, tissues, Band-Aids. Apparently I have good advice. I don't think I do, but people take it and they use it, so I've always been the mom friend, and people call me Mom. It happens a lot, actually. But those are my questions answered. So, bye!